If you've ever found yourself crying in your car, snapping at your partner, or wondering why everything in your business feels so heavy, even when things are technically going really well, this episode is for you. Because today I'm asking a very real, very raw, and very spicy question. Why is it so fucking hard to ask for help? Welcome to Female Founder Unplugged, the show where we cut through the noise and have a real, raw conversation about what it takes to build and scale a successful business as a female entrepreneur. I'm Lindsay White, people strategy expert, leadership coach, and fellow founder. And I know firsthand the challenges of scaling sustainably and staying connected to your passion along the way. This podcast is for ambitious women just like you, seasoned founders and CEOs navigating the challenges of leadership, team building, and sustainable growth. In each episode, we'll dive into those topics that are most important to you as a female founder. You'll hear honest, no BS conversations about building, growing, and leading a team and culture so that you can grow without losing yourself in the process. Because let's be real, entrepreneurship can feel isolating, and leadership doesn't come with a roadmap. If you've ever struggled with the pressure of running a business, felt overwhelmed by growing your team, or wondered, how do I scale without sacrificing my vision and my purpose? You're in the right place. Let's get unplugged. Hello, my friends. Thanks for joining me this week on the Female Founder Unplugged podcast. Today, I want to start with a little honesty. I have struggled so much with this. Even now, with 20 years of experience in HR, people strategy, leadership, and coaching, I still have moments when I think, Linz, you should be able to handle this. You should be more organized. You just need to work harder. But then there's things that I've learned the hard way. But here's what I've learned the hard way. The harder that I work, the less I actually get done. And worse than that, the more I start shitting on myself, the worse it gets. I hear this all the time from my clients and women in my network, especially female founders like us. We've really earned our success. We've really bootstrapped our business. And they still feel like asking for help makes them look weak or less than capable. I know that that's how I feel too. And it's really, really challenging. And it led me to think about, why is it so hard for us to get help? Why is it so difficult for us to just ask? So let me give you an example. This is what really brought it home for me. Last week, I was at the hair salon. My hairdresser had done such a beautiful job on my hair. We were actually raving about it. Like, she was patting herself on the back for what a great job she did. I'll tell you, it looks incredible. And I'm up at the front counter and I'm going to pay her. And I look at her and she just looks so stressed out, so exhausted, so overwhelmed. And I said to her, "Are you okay?" And she just, kind of deep sigh and said, "There's just so much to do. Like, I don't even know what to do first. I feel so overwhelmed and really defeated. Like, I can't get a grip on all this stuff." And I just felt so drawn to her. And I said, "I can help you with that, right?" And she looked at me kind of confused, a little wide-eyed, and said, I don't even know how to ask. It's like it hadn't even occurred to her that she could get help. And I think that's the trap we fall into. I think we're absolutely surrounded by people that could support us. But the first step is always the asking. And sometimes that just feels absolutely impossible. That feels so hard. And then I think that saboteur conversation pipes up. I think that negative head trash pipes in. Well, you should be able to figure it out. Why can't you get over it? You just need to work harder. Why don't you hustle? Everybody else is doing it. Like, that negative chatter is just so present. So here's the thing, my friend. There's a cost for us in not asking. And I want you to hear this part loud and clear. Not asking for help isn't just a mindset issue. It's a growth killer, right? If we are not asking for help, it is killing our ability to scale our business. It slows us down, leaves us overwhelmed. It creates pressure that we can't sustain. And ultimately, it puts a ceiling on our business, our leadership, and it impacts our own health very dramatically. And that's exactly why I created my Spark sessions, because sometimes you don't need a big long-term commitment or another course. What you need is a space to be in so you can dump it all out, like get it all out of your head, organize it, look at it. You need someone to help you see it for what it is, give you a little strategy, and then you can get it figured out. So if you're nodding along and thinking, yeah, that's me, go book one. The link is in the show notes. You can book a Spark session with me right now. 1 hour, this one problem. We will sort it through. We will get to the root of the problem and get through the chaos together. It's that simple. But it's, again, the asking for help. And my friends, it's a leadership skill. It's not a weakness. It's wisdom. And I'm going to say that again. Asking for help is not weakness. It's wisdom. It's about knowing when something is outside your zone of genius. It's really about recognizing that your time and energy are the most valuable resource. And you need to protect them like the CEO you are. You are not the chief everything officer. And most importantly, it's about being brave enough to say, I'm stuck. And I'm smart enough to know it's time to bring someone else in. Like, raising your hand and saying, hey, I'm not doing this very well. We're not supposed to be great at everything. You're not a Swiss Army knife, right? You are not supposed to be able to handle every moment. That is not what leadership is. Leadership is about discernment, knowing when you are the best person, stepping into lead, and actually enabling others to bring their brilliance to the table. So you can get the right support at the right time. You get the right people delivering the right work. That's leadership, not trying to do it all yourself. So you might be sitting here thinking, yep, Lynn's great. I need help. You got it. You nailed me, right? But how? How do you actually ask for it without the shame spiral, right? Without your inner critic chirping in your head, without all the trash talk. Okay, so you start first with a little self-awareness. And I've got 5 really great questions that I use with my clients and with myself to figure out where we need help and why we're avoiding it. So I'll give you the 5. Don't worry about trying to write them down. I've got a great PDF for you, so don't worry about that. But here's the 5 things. Number 1, what parts of my business drain me the most? Where's the energy leak? So for me, that is the social media stuff. That drains my energy. I can feel it. Number 2, what am I pretending to have under control, but I don't? Number 3, where am I holding on instead of delegating? And then the follow-up question is, why? Why am I hanging on to this so hard? What's going on underneath? Because this is a tough one. Number 4, who do I already know that could help me? Even if I just asked. And the first answer to this is me. You know Lindsay, and she can help you. Number 5, what's the worst that could happen if I asked? They'll say no. That's the worst. No, I don't have time to help you. But what's the best answer? Yes, of course I can help you with that. So again, don't worry about trying to write these down. I put these together in a quick printable worksheet so you can go deeper. What we've done is put it on our community library, and I'll put the link in the show notes so you can go and you can get access to the library and you can download this. And then what I want you to do is go and sit with a coffee or a glass of wine. You have a few minutes, sit down and answer honestly. That's the most important part. Answer honestly. Once you've done that, if you realize there's a decision to be made or a mess to untangle or a bottleneck that may need some busting, book a Spark session. That's the kind of things that we unpack together in those sessions. 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever you think you need. It's really simple and we can absolutely unpack it, right? The sticky notes, the whiteboards, the saboteur thoughts, all the shame. That's it. I'm here for it. I got you. We can sort it out. There's help, my friend. So listen, if we really want to build thriving teams, We want to grow a sustainable business, and we want to stay in love with what we built. We cannot do it alone. And you're not meant to do everything. You're not meant to be everything or to know everything. That's just not possible. You are an expert at the things you do. I know you are, because the women that listen to the show, the women I work with, the women in my network are all brilliant. But we can't be brilliant at all the things. And the more you try to do it all yourself, the more you're suffocating your business's growth. And you're hamstringing your team, my friend. You know I say this to you with love, and you know it's true. So what I want you to do is be brave. Ask for help. And if you need a safe, strategic place to start, I'm right here. Okay, so go download the worksheet, go book your Spark session, and take the damn first step. You've got this. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with purpose, and stay high voltage. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Female Founder Unplugged. If today's conversation resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Connect with me on Instagram at High Volt Leadership and send me your questions or let me know your biggest takeaway. Looking for more strategies on scaling your business, building a powerhouse team, or leading with confidence? Head over to highvoltageleadership.ca or follow me on LinkedIn for exclusive content, resources, and special offers just for listeners. Until next time, keep leading, keep learning, and remember, the real magic happens when you're unplugged.
This podcast is produced, mixed, and edited by Cardinal Studio. For more information about how to start your own podcast, please visit www.cardinalstudio.co or email Mike at mike@cardinalstudio.co. You can also find the details in the show notes.